Oh, shit. Hello? Yeah. But yeah, I want to send this thing to you guys again. I don't know what's happening from my own end. I'll send it now. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Welcome. I'm just trying to get something across to others. Okay.
Serious already and oh God.
Okay. Well, guys, sorry, I'm just trying to get things across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have yes. Chris, I got your message. And I'm just trying to forward the new Zoom across to those who didn't get it this time. So please just bear with me. We'll be done in a few minutes from now. Okay, so oh boy. wrong with this one? So good morning, everyone. I don't think we have to wait for everyone to come, and we just have to start with the people we have here. And it's good to have each and every one of you to actually honor this invitation. And good morning from everywhere you're joining us from. Today, I will just do a little about cryptocurrencies and an intro into cryptocurrencies, and won't waste much of our time. And I know we have newbies, we have people who are crypto enthusiasts already. So they're not new to this. I just want your full participation. In what we'll be doing today. So do well to pay close attention while we begin. So let's see who we have here. If I do the introduction about who I am and continue with what I have.
Budget for the building A. And when we are doing it, I remember when you sent us the bill, you sent me that 9 million, 9 point something million. He shouted, we said, oh. Then we now started doing it. Every decision I'm making, I'm not seeing the back end commercials to understand what we budgeted for and if we're deviating from it. When we do all the requisitions and everything.
That, I just heard 1 million. Well, let me mute you for now, Sha. So let me start this. Okay, hi everyone. My name is Barineka Mago. A crypto enthusiast, so promoter, content developer, and ambassador for different projects. So today we will be talking about cryptocurrencies, and I think it's for those who don't have a basic about cryptocurrencies. A lot of them have been asking questions about what cryptocurrencies are. And today it's going to be very interactive. If you're joining, please mute your mic, and let's see how we can, hear each other. So in as much as we are here, I'll just go through the slides and maybe talk, and I'll be open to questions. So if you have questions, you can do well to, stop me anytime, and I'll be able to answer your questions, okay? So, okay, I've said a little about myself. So today we'll just talk about cryptocurrencies. I'll be sharing my screen with you guys as we go through the fundamentals of cryptocurrencies. I know a lot of you who've heard about cryptocurrencies. We don't know what the word cryptocurrency is, or what Bitcoin is, or what Ethereum is. So today we'll just have a little about what cryptocurrencies are, and talk about Binance, talk about blockchain, talk about Bitcoin, because it's actually the order of the day, the future of money, and the future is now. And most of us here are Nigerians. And most of us here are Nigerians, and there are some things we need to know. So, first of all, okay, sorry for that, guys. So, today we'll be talking about what is money. a lot of us have, in one way or the other, used money to purchase goods and services. You understand? A lot of persons have been, in this used money for one thing or the other. A lot of us, we own money. You get the point? You understand? So, what is money? What is money? I'm going to be breaking that down for us and what money is all about. Sorry, just give me a little time. Let me forward this. Okay. So money is actually something we believe or we tie our, we tie our value to. It can be a piece of wood, it can be a piece of metal, it can be a cup, and we just call it money. The fact that we attach value to that stuff, you understand, becomes money. And the fact that we accept it, okay? Everyone has to accept it. Well, not everyone, but at least 80–90% has to, believe that, okay, this is actually valuable, this is actually money. So we all know the cases of, the case of gold, the case of other precious stones, and our naira, you understand? Before we actually moved from the, from the barter system down to the fiat system, where we had the naira, the dollar. Before we were using cowries, seashells, and a lot of other precious metal from the earth. So it's actually a tool for exchange for goods and services. You're buying, you're collecting, you're receiving, just a medium for exchange, you understand? So any object can be used as money. So it's that simple. My phone can be used as money. The fact that people can actually use my phone to purchase goods and services, I can just say that's money. You get the point now. So what is fiat money? Fiat might be a bit new to some people or not new. It's very simple. It's actually money issued by the government. You understand? It's the normal paper money we use in buying and selling of goods and services, like the naira, the dollar, pounds, the sterling, not the digital one, the one you can actually hold and touch. You understand? So it is not scarce because it's actually available to a whole lot of persons. Everyone can get it. The fact that you have someone who can give you money or you can work for your money, you have access to it. And it is actually issued by the government. I have to mute some people. Sorry. Let me get through my lists. Okay. That should do. All right. So it's actually illegal. It's backed up by the by law as a means of exchange. The normal naira, 15 naira, 10 naira, 20 naira, 100 naira, 1,000 naira. You understand? That's what we call fiat. It's easy to use. It's portable, but at some point it's not portable because imagine you carrying 3 billion naira. It's going to maybe draw attention and all the rest. It's a bit not portable and also easy to use for the fact that it's been issued by the government and it's a legal tender for the country. You can actually use it. So no intrinsic value compared to who's there? Okay, sorry, let me get this question now. Okay, so we just believe, okay, money has value, the naira has value, okay, we just use it and that's all. There's no big deal about that. I think I have a question, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It has a legal value because the government defined fiat as a legal tender, but in essence, it's only it only has value because the society believes it has value. You understand? So what is the intrinsic value talking about? We actually create value for the naira. You understand? We just believe, okay, the naira is this valuable, so this is how it is. This is how it is. This is how it is. That's how it works. And it is not scarce. Based on it's not scarce, it's due to inflation. So there are too much of this fiat or too much naira or too much dollar in the circulation. I would have loved to ask a question because in Nigeria, we don't know the amount of naira in circulation. You don't know how much of naira is being spoiled. Let's say there was a fire outbreak in Nigeria, and let's say 500 billion naira was 500 billion was burnt. So how do you replace that? How did the government replace that? How do CBN actually replace that? Understand? So they just print.
9200.
Oh my God. So excuse me.
122.
Let me just mute some people. Okay. So the government just prints money and into the circulation, and they don't know how much of money was burnt or was destroyed. You understand? So the government just prints money from.
Clear. How do you know what to do?
The government just prints money into circulation. Some were burnt, something happened to it, and you don't know. It's not actually scarce because they just keep printing and printing, and too much money in the circulation actually causes inflation. It's not scarce. Once a product or once money is scarce, it makes it have an restrictive value. You understand? So that's one thing about the naira and one thing about the digital currencies. So since we've talked about money, we've talked about fiat, now we want to talk about cryptocurrencies. I don't know if you have a questions, please, if you have a question or questions, please do well to send, unmute yourself and let me know what you want to ask. Then, or you can drop a message in the chat box, okay? So that is it for money. We talked about money. That is a tool for exchange of value. And we have to believe that money is this before you can actually spend it. We have to agree that, okay, it has value. So everyone has to believe that. We also talked about fiat currency. We talked about fiat currency, money being issued by the government, you understand? And it's not, please move this window. It's not scarce, no intrinsic value attached to it. So we'll just be talking about cryptocurrencies and, just move forward with other stuff. So what are digital cryptocurrencies? They are digital form of money. When we talk about digital, we're talking about money which is being digitalized, money that is not, you cannot touch, you can't touch, but you can see, something you can see that moves, or let's say internet money, something like that. Let me break it down a little. So it's been protected cryptographically. It's been secured, okay? Cryptocurrencies are secured using the blockchain technology. We'll get into that a little. Maybe I might have. Oh, sure. Sorry, guys. I have to mute everyone now. Okay. Okay, so it's protected by cryptography, which makes it very secured. Okay, using the blockchain technology, in which you cannot tamper with information, records being put on the blockchain. Okay, so it makes it very secured from hacks, from stealing and some other stuff. So it cannot be duplicated or destroyed. This is actually a very cool feature about cryptocurrencies. You cannot create new currencies. You can't duplicate it because there's a total supply of cryptocurrencies in the world. Let's say for Bitcoin, we have a total number of 21 million Bitcoin to be produced or to be mined. Let me use the word mine. Mine has to do with like minting a new currency. Okay, so for the total number of Bitcoin in circulation is just 21 million. So this is how it works. It's 21 million, okay? There cannot be another million again added to the 21 million, okay? So this makes it free from duplications. This is the total supply. This is the amount mined, and this is the amount like that's going to be mined. So you can't add or remove. You just keep mining till you get to total supply. So it cannot be destroyed because it has different nodes all over the world. And what are nodes? Nodes are special computers, okay, that protect that particular blockchain or particular, particular blockchain. So the work of the nodes are to just secure transactions, keep records, and also make the blockchain very safe for users to actually use very well. Okay, so it's actually distributed. The cryptocurrencies are distributed, P2P network, person to person. Like there's going to be an interaction between different parties for buying and selling, whatsoever they're going to be using it for. So cryptocurrency has no physical counterparts. They are borderless, and there's no restrictions whether you're in Africa, whether you're in America, you're in Asia. There's no restrictions to cryptocurrencies. So you can transfer cryptocurrencies from one person to another without any border restriction. You understand? So it's borderless. It's open to everyone, everywhere in the world. So cryptocurrencies are top notch. Like they're the future of money. Okay. So please, if you have a question, I'm trying to see if I can get some questions here. Please, if you're joining in, please do well to. Okay. All right, no questions for now. So, like I said, for those who are joining us, I said something about fiat currencies. We talked about money. We talked about fiat currencies. That fiat has to do with money being issued by the government, and it is not scarce, and thereby causing inflation. We also talked about cryptocurrencies, how they are a digital form of money, how it's borderless. You can transfer money from one place to another, and it cannot be duplicated. It cannot be destroyed. Okay, not like fiat currencies. Okay, so that's how it works. So now we'll just be talking about Bitcoin. I don't know, a lot of us have heard about Bitcoin for a long time, and we've been wondering what's Bitcoin. And lots of persons, I don't know how you heard about Bitcoin, but today we'll just talk a little about what Bitcoin is actually all about, and then maybe move forward. I got to know about Bitcoin in days of MMM, actually. I never knew what it was. And then if you are providing help, according to them, PH, and you'll be getting around 40%. But if you're using fiat, which is Naira, you'll be getting 20% at the end of the month. So I got to find out that Bitcoin was actually used then, but I actually did not know how to get access to it. And have you ever wondered why they gave those guys 40% and gave us that use fiat 20%? That's a very big question you have to ponder about when you get back home, or maybe after now. There was a case of should I say a case of okay, there was this hack on Twitter that they hacked Obama's accounts, a lot of big shots in the world, Bill Gates and the rest. You know, the hacker was actually asking for Bitcoin. You understand? And there were lots of Bitcoins being given to the hacker and all the rest. He didn't ask for Naira, he didn't ask for dollar, he didn't ask for gold, he didn't ask for cowries or whatsoever. He asked for Bitcoin. These are questions, or these are points you need to just, you know, put your head out and think about or ponder about. The next one was, I think it happened in Abuja. A kidnapper was actually asking for a ransom from someone. Yeah, from the family. I think was it 50-something million in BTC. So you should ask yourself these questions. Where is the world going to? Just look at the Naira. Currently, the Naira is actually depreciating. That's before it was around 350 in black market, but right now it's getting to 475 in black market. So you ask yourself, why do you have to keep money in your accounts? Why do you have to still go with the fiat money? We said something about inflation, right? About fiat money and all the rest. So it's time for you guys to have a little review about your money, okay? I'm not saying Naira is not good or I'm trying to back Bitcoin, but at the end of this class, I just want you to know which you should place priority over. So what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency. Which a whole lot of us know about. It was, should I say, it was developed or it was brought together by a group of persons or a person. We actually don't know the person. We might say, okay, maybe it's a man or a woman, a group of company or friends. It gave known as Satoshi, okay? So in 2009, they developed this cryptocurrency, okay, as a means of peer-to-peer payments, okay, you understand? And since then till today, we've been using it for peer-to-peer payments for purchasing of goods and services. And it has been like that for a long time. So when Bitcoin came out, that was 2019, the price was around, let's say, it was around 30 cents. 30 cents should be around 200 Naira or around 300 Naira. Then for one, so over the time till today, I think one Bitcoin should be around 7 million Naira today, from 2009 to 2020. Okay, so you could see the, should I say, the value, okay, of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. It appreciates over time. So not like fiat currencies, okay? Because if you look at, we said something about it is not scarce, and this brings about inflation. Look at what 500K can actually buy for you in, let's say, 1990, and look at what 500K can buy for you in 2020. With 500K in let's say 1990, or let's say 1980, you can buy a full load of onion. Let me use onion because it's very scarce right now. So, but in 2020, that's your 500K. I don't know how many bags of onions it's going to buy for you. Not in truck this time, but in bags, few bags, okay? So, or let's say you bought a car. No, not car. Let me not use car. Okay, you just kept the money in your bank. Then because 500K then was actually one big money, and 500K today is actually something else. Let me just note you. Let me just think of another. Let me use another currency. Let me just talk about the dollar. So the same thing. What you can use the dollar to buy some years ago, you can't use it to buy currently, because over the time, the fiat currencies depreciate. Maybe slowly or maybe fast, depends. But one thing is for sure, it depreciates, okay? Imagine Nigeria too. You don't know the total number of naira in circulation. You just keep printing money, keep printing, keep printing, keep printing. You don't know whether the one you have in circulation is still there. You just keep printing and printing. The money is not scarce, it's just everywhere. And before you know it, boom, money is everywhere, no value, inflation rises. So it doesn't make sense. Like the case of Venezuela, we had cases of cash on the ground, like worthless, no value attached to the Venezuelan naira. I mean, sorry, not Venezuelan naira, please. Just Venezuela fiat, okay. There were cash littered all over the floor because their money lost value and boom. So what do you expect someone who has been keeping billions of Venezuela fiat in his bank accounts to do? So I don't just want to go too deep into this. I just want to finish what Bitcoin is and maybe go straight to other stuff we had, what we have. Okay, because if I want to talk, I have to go deep and deep and deep and deep and deep. So sorry for that. Let's just continue. So Bitcoin is transparent, it is scarce, it is open source, it's censorship resistant. But it's a first currency produced, it was created by a group of persons called Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, the first currency created by Satoshi Nakamoto. We don't know the person, whether it's a man or a woman or a group of persons or a company. We don't know till today. So there's no office, okay, for Bitcoin. There's no office, there's no promotion, there's no this, there's no central office, okay? And it is transparent. It is secured, it is transparent. How is it transparent, okay? Transactions you make on the Bitcoin blockchain is open for everyone to see. Okay, it's not like a private blockchain or a public blockchain. Everyone has the ability to interact. Okay, I can see a transaction that you made. If you send from Mr. A to Mr. B, it's very open. I can see when it was sent, the time it was sent, how much was sent, okay? This is how transparent the Bitcoin blockchain is, and it's very secure. And it is scarce. I said something about the total supply of Bitcoin, which is 21 million, okay? The total supply of Bitcoin is actually 21 million. Currently, we have about 19 million in circulation, okay? So we have about few, let's say 3 million to be mined in the next 100 years, okay? So how does this work? I'm going deeper again. I don't actually wanted to go into how it works or what makes it scarce. Okay, the difficulty of mining Bitcoins increases every 4 years, okay? Like currently, I think it should be around 6.25 to mine Bitcoin. Yeah, new Bitcoin being created, the reward is around 6.25. Okay, let me use this example. Let's say I'm trying to send Bitcoin from Mr. A to Mr. B. And there's the people, the nodes, the people who call the nodes that make the Bitcoin network very secured. The nodes are special computers, okay, that try to, make the blockchain safer and secured, okay, for smooth transactions for users using the blockchain, okay. So this is what happened. Once you make that transaction from Mr. A to Mr. B, there must be a confirmation, okay. just like you're sending money from Mr. A to B using your Naira, I think there's what we call Paystack, or there's this guy, is it Paystack, or there's this company that intercepts and pick up the transactions and forward it to the bank. You understand? Like there's a middleman, okay? But for Bitcoin, the people there are the miners or the special computers. They try to solve that transaction you're trying to send. They try to solve them as it comes to them as arithmetic algorithms, okay? Okay, sorry, someone is asking a question. How can we see the transaction? You said we can see all BTC transactions. You said this when you mentioned about transparency. Okay, there's what we call the Bitcoin Explorer. All you have to do is to just go to the Bitcoin Explorer, copy the person's address, and it's going to show you everything you need to know. Let me see if I can get that across to you so you can actually check that out. Okay, so with the Bitcoin Explorer, you can be able to track whatsoever transactions have been made, let's say between your accounts to another person's account. Okay, so all you have to do is just go to blockchain.com/explorer. I'll drop that across to everyone in the group, so you can do that. I think Dr. Seed, that's for you. Okay, so I've sent it to the group. You can check it out. You can also check other people's transactions. Just all you have to do is just to copy the Bitcoin address, okay, and you are good to go. So let's get back to what we're doing. Sorry, give me a little time here. So I believe we can all see my screen, right? You can unmute yourself and talk if you want to. Hello? Okay, I believe everyone is hearing actually. So, sorry, just give me a little time. Okay, so this transparent, you can actually check transactions being made. That's that. So I was talking about being scarce. So, like we said, interswitch actually helps to, like the middleman between Naira transactions. So for cryptocurrencies, the miners or the nodes actually, the nodes are special computers. They have to do with their GPUs, CPUs, and all the rest. That's like some developer shit or something. So just ignore that. So once you send your Bitcoin from Mr. A to Mr. B, the nodes actually intercept, and the first person who solves this algorithm, or it comes to them like one big mass, one crazy mass like that. So their computers intercept, okay? Their computer intercepts these questions and solve them. So the first person who solves this gets 6.25 BTC. I hope I'm correct, my Bitcoin people that are here. So the first person who solves this gets rewarded 6.2 BTC. That's like $15,000 times 6.25. So that's it. So the difficulty increases, okay? It increases every 4 years to mine new Bitcoin. Why? Because this is going to create scarcity. We have just 21 million Bitcoin in the world, and the total number of people in the world, the population of the world is around how many billion again, sir? Jesus Christ. It's around billions, yeah. Let's say, is it 51 or 50? Maybe 98 billion. I don't know, Sha. So let's just do this math, okay? Even when you're free, let's say 98 billion divided by 21 million BTC. You could see it's not really going to get to everyone, like a very big amount, So it's going to be very small. So imagine you have the opportunity to get Bitcoin right now, you should, because if everyone starts going into, in fact, the world has started going into Bitcoin. Twitter, the CEO of Twitter, some big firms in Nigeria, Nigerian custom, some banks in Nigeria, once you deposit money, they use it to buy Bitcoin and, you know, enjoy the profits while you just wait for 1% every month or 1% every 10 or 5% every year. So Bitcoin is scarce because the total supply, because if they keep mining, difficulty every 4 years, they keep mining, you know, after, if it's 6.25, this, because we had the first halving has to do with reduction of reward, and reduction of this reward has to do with reduction of Bitcoin being, you know, moved out into circulation, okay, or being minted. So right now they've been able to mint 19, is it 19 or 18.9 million BTC into circulation, okay? So every 4 years, the difficulty increases. So the next 4 years from now, it's going to be 3.6, Abi? I'm not really good with math. Let's say 3.1 BTC, okay, in the next 4 years. The same thing happens in the next 4 years. The 3.1 will be divided into two. Let's say 1.5 or 1.6. The 1.62 will be divided. So the next 4 years from now, 4 years from now, the amount of BTC coming into circulation will be little and little and little and little. Let's say before you mine the total Bitcoin in the world, I think it will get to, like, let's say 100 years from now, 100 plus. So before you can get, so just imagine the total number in circulation right now and look at the price right now. Bitcoin is around 7 million naira. Few months ago, it was around 4 million naira, okay? Look at few days ago, I mean, few years ago, it was around 500K, it was around 10K, it was around 5K, but right now it's around 7-point-something million naira. So imagine you having something that is very scarce for billions of people, okay? That makes it very scarce and very, very, very valuable. I've spent so much time explaining this scarce. Well, Bitcoin is open source, and anyone can, you know, copy the code. The codes are open. That's for developers or people who want to build something. The codes are open. You can see how it was done. You know, you can just take it and maybe create your own stuff. So it's censorship resistance. The government doesn't stop Bitcoin. There's no head office. There's no branch offices, or there's no CEO. So it is censorship resistance. No one can stop Bitcoin. Okay, you get the points now. So, and if you say you want to stop, okay, you know people running the nodes. Do you know all the nodes in the world? Because nodes are special computers all over the world. They have their special computers. You can't go around the world and start killing all of them, destroying their computers. That's like lame. So I think that's all for Bitcoin. So I said something about who created Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto. He might be a man or a woman or a boy or a girl. So I said something about him creating Bitcoin and created the solution of double spending problems. It was launched in 2000. He launched Bitcoin in 2009 and disappeared. Well, I won't consign him, but it's all good. It's good we all are learning from this guy. It's really, 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 really cool. Satoshi is actually the first person to create Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency, which was launched in 2009. So I've said that in the earlier slide. So what is a blockchain? Okay, so blockchain is actually a database. I believe most of us know what a blockchain, I mean, a database is. Okay, if you don't understand what a database is, let's say we have a whole lot of persons using a particular, let's say, services or a particular, you know, let's say an organization where informations are kept. Sorry, I have to mute. Please, can you unmute yourself? Someone is breathing directly into the microphone. Thank you. Oh, God. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So a database is where informations are being stored. Okay. Informations about what the organization do and you know, records and all the rest. So the blockchain is actually where you know, where informations are being stored on special multiple copies of informations. They are being stored on the blockchain for people to get access to, or for, you know, for record keeping purposes. You understand? Like I said something about being transparent. The blockchain makes cryptocurrencies transparent for users to make good use of it. So what is a distributed database? Okay, let me explain the distributed database. What is a distributed database? Very, very important right now. So let's say I have my own computer and I have like 50,000 guys with their own computers. Okay, we are all connected to a particular blockchain. Okay, we all have information about and records, okay, being saved on this particular blockchain. We all have a copy. Okay, so let's say you're making a transaction, and the transaction went through, and there was the first guy who solved this. He solved the algorithm and the transaction went through, okay? He's going to send a copy of that transaction to other special computers, which we call the nodes. The nodes are called special computers. So they all keep records of the transactions, okay? Sorry, I have to. They all keep records of the transactions on that particular blockchain. So that's the work of the nodes, or a distributed ledger, distributed database. So we can also say a blockchain is a distributed ledger. We also know what a ledger is. Ledger has to do with money coming in and money going out, okay, in an organization. But yeah, it's actually a digital / distributed database, okay, where you get such information. I don't know who is tampering with my slide. Oh God. So what is a blockchain? Is a distributed database, a chain of linked block, a special type of ledger, money, documents, all sorts of digital assets, and stamp approved. Okay, so blockchain consists of different linked blocks. It's not, it's a distributed database where informations are being stored, okay? Each information's on that particular blockchain. Let's say Bitcoin, for example, the information are being stored in each of these blocks. So each of these blocks contains different informations. So a series or a chain of these blocks are called blockchains. That's where the word was coined out from. Okay, blockchain. So what are inside these blocks? Okay, we have documents, we have money, we have digital data, we have you know, records. Understand? Like we said something about database. Okay, database has to do with informations and record and whatsoever on that particular blockchain. So for blockchain is like the powerhouse of cryptocurrencies. This is where you get information. This is where you get records of you know, of that particular blockchain. It has to do with money, documents, and a lot of digital assets, okay, or digital data. So I think I have a question here. I will do well to answer. Okay. Arifalo, I believe I'm correct. Please do well to send me a DM after this, and I will get you this stuff. Okay. All right. Over to the next. Stuff. I believe we all know what a ledger is. I hope it's not really confusing. Most of us did business studies, but like I said, it just has to do with debit, credits, alerts. No, debit, credits, and balances and dates. But blockchain is also a distributed ledger. So when you hear the word distributed, it has to do with different, all over the world. Not all over the world, like it has not just one place or just one source, okay? It is decentralized too. Like a whole lot of people have a copy of the ledger, okay? And the ledger, a blockchain is a distributed ledger that contains information, records, transactions, debits, credits, balance, dates. All of them are being saved on, for people to get access to it, okay? And the nodes of each of these currencies or the blockchain, they all have a copy of it, so it makes it distributed. It's actually a distributed database. So I've explained what a distributed is and also what a database is. If you still don't understand, please do well to drop your message in the chat box, okay? Or you can unmute yourself and tell me and ask a question, okay? So we have Bitcoin versus blockchain. Is it, let's say, what's a blockchain? Bitcoin versus blockchain. Bitcoin is actually a digital currency. We all know that. And it uses the blockchain technology. And Bitcoin is also a financial asset in which you can buy and sell. And it's actually the first and the most popular. It's actually the first generation blockchain and the first cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is actually a cryptocurrency. It is being run by computer software. I said something about digital currencies. I said something about special nodes. Nodes are special computers. I said something about open source code earlier, that you can copy the code and create something using the technology or using the code used in writing the Bitcoin blockchain, okay? That's for developers too. And it is public and decentralized. It means everyone is allowed to participate, do anything they want to do on the blockchain, on the Bitcoin blockchain. So over to what is blockchain? Blockchain is a distributed database. I said it's like a ledger where you have information, records, debit, and all the rest. So that's the work of a blockchain. If someone is telling you about what is a blockchain, what comes to your mind is a distributed ledger, okay? Or a distributed database, or a distributed something that has information, okay, of that particular blockchain. If it's Bitcoin blockchain or the Ethereum blockchain, or let's say EOS blockchain or the Algorand blockchain, okay? All of these have their own records for transaction made on that particular blockchain, okay? I said something about records information, fine. Any kind of digital data, several use cases and various ways to build, and it's a digital ledger. So I think I don't really need to explain more of that. It's self-explanatory for us to just, go through. So what we have next is Bitcoin versus our cryptocurrencies. Okay, so we said something about being sorry, let me check the chat message. Okay, I'll do just that. Okay. So fiat money, it is centralized. So let me explain what centralization is all about here. We all have a governing body that controls the amount of money in circulation or the amount of money to be printed or minted into circulation. You understand? Is the CBN. That's the work of the CBN, okay? They issue out funds to other banks, puts the money in circulation, this, that, minting of new naira or dollar. Okay, that's let's use only in Nigeria, for example. So that makes them centralized. They can give orders to other banks or to your money straight up, and whatsoever decision they make, it's final. Okay, they make the final decisions. That makes them centralized. Okay, so we move over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is decentralized. How is Bitcoin decentralized? Okay, there's no CBN in quotes controlling Bitcoin. There's no central authority. Everyone is their own bank. Okay, you can move funds from A to Mr. A to Mr. B to Mr. C. You understand? There's no, everyone is free to make transactions. Everyone is free to own their cryptocurrency, move them anytime they want, whether public holiday or no public holiday, whether there's war, there's any pandemic, whatsoever it's going on. You have the full right to move your cryptocurrencies or play around with your Bitcoin. I mean, let me use the word Bitcoin because we're talking about Bitcoin here. So it's decentralized. There's no central power, central power telling us what to do. Makes it decentralized. Okay, we all have a say to Bitcoin. Okay, how does this work? There's what we call the proof of work. Okay, we have the consensus algorithm. I don't want to go too deep into that. If you have your pen around, just write about it. The consensus algorithm makes it easy for we to have a say into a particular blockchain, or so that makes it possible for you to say, okay, I don't want what this guy is saying. I don't want what this guy is saying. I want to go with this. And if everyone goes with this particular person, that is the final judgment. But in the centralized world like CBN can say, hey, I'm freezing this your account. I notice fraudulent activities on it. That's final. You can't have a say. The next thing, your money is gone. It's frozen like for life. Okay. But let's say there's going to be an improvement in this, or there's going to be a deduction in fees and all the rest. CBN cannot tell you that, hey, we want to do this, so can you help us to, do you agree with this? CBN doesn't have that time. It's final and it's final, okay? But with Bitcoin, there must be a consensus algorithm between people in that network, in the Bitcoin network. There must be an agreement, okay, before things are being done. And it is controlled by the government. I said that Bitcoin is peer-to-peer, so no government controls it. You, Mr. A to Mr. B, Mr. B to Mr. C, C to D, and that's how it is. Naira is not scarce because there are a lot of naira in circulation. It's plenty, boku. So we don't even know the total number of money in circulation in Nigeria. We don't know. Even CBN doesn't know. So they just keep printing. We don't know whether some has been burnt, or some have been buried, or some are in coffin, or some are here, or some are torn, and stuff like that. We just keep printing and printing and printing. You don't even know the total number of naira in circulation. So you just keep adding and adding. It's not scarce. It's just everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. So with Bitcoin, it's scarce. We know it's 21 million, okay? That's going to be produced in the world ever. Once you get to 21 million, it's final, okay? Right now, total in circulation is around 18.9, or if it's not 19 million in circulation in the world, okay? So that's it. There's unlimited supply, and then while for Bitcoin, there's a control and limited supply, which is 21 million. But for the fiat currency, keep pumping, keep minting, keep throwing money into circulations, okay? So there are chargebacks on fiat currencies, and with cryptocurrencies, transactions are cheap and very fast, and censorship resistance, okay? You can transfer 4 billion naira from one person to another with as low as 10 cents or 5 cents, or lower than that. There are blockchains that are super cheap to make transactions, okay? But if you're making such amounts of transfer with Nigerian banks or the fiat currencies or with Naira, you spend close to, let's say, 2% or 4% of your total money, which is very expensive and inefficient too. And fiat currencies have their own stupid, fiat money has their own downside. The system might go down, power failure or starve or this and that. But in cryptocurrency, since we have distributed, this is decentralized, a lot of nodes protect the system, no central authority, it makes it, capable to handle downtime. So if one is down, another one is there to protect the network, okay? So this makes it easy for transactions to go speedily and cheap, and there's no downtime, okay? So still open to questions. I don't know, I might have to stop here to entertain some questions. If you have, please let me know before I move on. You can unmute yourself and also drop a message in the chat box. Okay, so the floor is open. You can do well to go back to wherever I stopped and let me know what you think. Ask me questions. I'm open. All right. So, floor is open. Okay. Anyone? Hello. Okay. I believe we don't really have questions. Okay, Pius, you raised your hand. Can you unmute yourself and ask your question? Yeah, Pius, over to you.
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good. There's this question I wanted to ask because there are some newbies I brought into the group, and I feel it will be better if you touch that part. They were kind of asking me how the proof of work consensus is like. It's different from the proof of stake consensus. So I would like if you can shed more light on that for them.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. For a blockchain to be decentralized, okay, there must be a consensus algorithm, okay, for a particular blockchain to be decentralized. The word decentralized, it has to do with not a central body, not a central, governing body, okay? Everyone has a say, okay? For a blockchain to be decentralized, there must be this consensus algorithms or consensus protocols, okay? We have the two popular ones. We have proof of work and proof of stake. I'll just talk about the two. We also have proof of space. We also have proof of brain. We have a lot of proofs, but the two most pronounced proof consensus algorithm that makes a blockchain decentralized are the proof of work, the proof of work and the proof of stake. There are a lot of them. Depends on which that particular blockchains want to use. Okay, let's say proof of work right now. Proof of work has to do with using energy, okay? It has to do with using spatial computers, has to do with you working and you getting rewarded by that particular blockchain. Let's say, for example, I said something about the spatial computers protecting and maintaining the network by, validating transactions on that particular blockchain. Those are spatial computers. Those are guys working, and they get rewarded with 6.2 BTC for, validating and, confirming such transaction or solving such problems. So proof of work has to do with you putting your machine into work, or putting your computers into work, or you contributing to that blockchain with your computers or with your GPUs, CPUs, your rig or your power to be able to, protect or make the blockchain very buoyant. Example of a proof of work blockchain is the Bitcoin. Okay, you get the points now. So Bitcoin is a perfect example of a proof of work consensus. So right now, the miners they fix the fees, okay, for transactions. Okay, they all have a consensus. Someone has to vote. Okay, they don't have the final say. You understand? These miners will come together. There must be a consensus. Okay, this is what we want. This is what we want. They will have to vote, and a lot of them. So once the voting is done, the majority will go with this, while the other ones will go with. So at the end of the day, whatsoever that has been discussed will now be put into place. Okay, maybe the people participating, the community can also vote. Okay, they have the opportunity to vote what they want and what they don't want. If they don't want it, they have to do a new one. Okay, so this makes it possible for the blockchain to be decentralized, because I have a say, you have a say. The fact that you're on that particular blockchain, okay, it makes it very easy. That's decentralization. That's the definition of decentralization. You having a say in that particular blockchain, or your vote is counting, or your voice is being heard on that particular blockchain. So that's for proof of work. Let me just summarize it. It has to do with contributing to that particular blockchain with your computers, or with your power, or with your machine, GPUs, CPUs, your mining rigs, and all the rest. So you get rewarded by the blockchain for contributing to that particular blockchain. Then the second one, we have proof of stake. Proof of stake has to do with you having a share, or you investing, or you having a, let's say, a stakeholder in this particular blockchain. Okay, how do you become a stakeholder? Okay, you have a large number of this coin or this particular token. Remember, Bitcoin is proof of work. The way new Bitcoin comes into circulation is when they solve those algorithms. They are now rewarded for solving that algorithm. A new 6.25 BTC is being added into circulation. So have you ever wondered how Bitcoin comes into circulation? It's the work of, once this transaction has been, confirmed, there's a reward of a new 6.25 BTC into circulation. So that's how Bitcoin is being minted or being mined into circulation. So for proof of stake, you must have an amount or a sheer amount of token or a sheer amount of coin in your wallet. You can actually stake it, like the word proof of stake. So you're now keeping an amount into that particular blockchain to secure it. Okay, you're like a shareholder or a stakeholder. Let me use the word stakeholder or shareholder. You just have a chunk of it, and you just kept it into, to make the project or make the blockchain better and secured, for the day-to-day running and everything. So for you now, keeping those amounts of currency and cryptocurrency or coin or token, you mint new cryptocurrencies just by keeping it in your wallet or anywhere you're staking it. Like for Algorand, Algorand is another perfect example of a proof of stake, blockchain. All you have to do is just get some Algorand, buy some Algorand, maybe from Binance, buy a lot of them, move them to your Trust wallet, and just keep them there. And you see it's minting new Algorands for you every minute. It depends on how much on you bought, okay? So you're now staking them, you're just keeping them, protecting the network, and you're rewarded with new Algorands or new coin. So a new coin is being minted for you keeping a stake of it. So you can sell your new coin that has been minted, or you can sell all at the same time whenever you're ready, okay? It depends on how long it is. So proof of work has to do with computers and power and all the rest. While proof of stake has to do with you just owning a substantial amount of cryptocurrencies to secure the network. Machine holding a new amount of coin. So that's it. Hope I've been able to answer your question, Mr. Pius.
Yes, boss, you've done perfect justice to it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. So there are a lot of, I think Tezos is also proof of stake. There are a lot of them. A lot of proof of stake and proof of work. So over to banks and bank transfer. I don't have to talk about this that long. I know some of us have used money, what do you call it? Money Express, Western Union to transfer money. And imagine this guy at least is transferring $200 to Bob, and the bank is charging Alice $14 for these transactions, okay? So it's simple, it's really, really simple. You can't actually tell the bank, hey, please, don't remove my money, or I beg, not just $1 I won't spend, or maybe now $1 I won't spend. You can't do that because it's the bank. They tell you whatever they've said, whatever charges they've made, it's fine now. You can't do anything to it. And processing time is 3 working days. When I can send money to Bob in the space of 0.005 seconds, okay? And I will not spend a dime. There's some feeless blockchain like Algorand, even Tron. Tron blockchain is super fast. EOS blockchain. There are lots of blockchains that are super, super fast, okay? And some are feeless. You don't even spend close to $1 to move billions of naira or billions of dollars, okay? Or cryptocurrencies. Okay, super, super, super cheap. But the banks are here just taking big chunk of your money whilst wasting enough time. Imagine 3 working days. What if I need the money urgently to survive? I don't have food and I need this money for my medical upkeep or for an operation or something. So I have to wait 3 days before I get my money. These are things you have to look into when, as we move further, okay? So try as much as possible to make your own research, reach out to me, I'll still follow up and we'll talk more on cryptocurrencies. So blockchain transfer, okay, this is simple, fee less, processing time 30 to 90 minutes, that's for some blockchains, and it's actually fee less, that's like $1, and the person gets $99. There's some blockchain, Algorand is actually very cheap. You spend 0.001 cents. I don't even think it's even up to 10 naira. You move billions, and so even on, like we saw here, On January 16, someone paid 0.49 in fees to move $1 billion in a single BTC transaction. That's 49 cents. 49 cents is around, let's call it 250. He spent around 250 naira to move $1 billion. Okay. But if it's Nigeria or Naira, you're trying to move $1 billion, you're spending close to 4% or even 10%, Abby. Should be around 4% of your total money you're sending. All right. So let's see. I think I have a question in the chat. Let me see. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, what is Algorand? Okay, Algorand is actually a cryptocurrency and also a block. It has its own blockchain. Algorand is a cryptocurrency. Okay, it uses the proof of stake consensus algorithm. Okay, so Algorand is actually a cryptocurrency. We have about 5,000 cryptocurrencies plus 5,000 plus cryptocurrencies in the world. Okay, Bitcoin happens to be the number one and the most popular and the first before other coins came into, place. There are lots of them. So coins after Bitcoin was created, coins that were formed after or created after Bitcoin they're called the altcoins. They're called alternate coins. Okay, when you hear altcoins, coins from Ethereum, EOS, Tron, Algorand, this, that, almost 5,000 of them. Okay, they are known as alternate coin. Okay, so
Harry,
okay,
can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, my question goes to I don't know how you're going to answer this question because I want to get more reasons why I should use Binance. There's something I noticed about Binance,
Okay.
why they're making withdrawals. It's like they have a fixed withdrawal for every transaction you make. Maybe it is small or big or they just have a fixed listen. Just like, for example, now you converted your Ethereum for Naira.
Okay.
They have a fixed withdrawal charges. That's 300 Naira.
Okay.
Even if it's 200,000 Naira you want to withdraw.
Yeah.
The 300 Naira is the charge. Even if it's 1,000 Naira you want to withdraw, the 300 Naira is the charge you get.
Yeah.
And even for USDT, if you want to withdraw, the charge is $3.
Okay.
So so you were saying something about at least less than $1. So why should people choose Binance over others? Or what measures can you give to people
Okay.
to also just that measures to take to reduce, you understand now,
Okay.
spending much gas on transactions? Thank you.
All right. I get the point right now. Okay. The fact that Binance is charging such amounts, okay, it's actually feeless, okay, compared to other blockchains, like Ethereum blockchain, that it's somehow expensive, okay, and a bit slow or clogged sometimes, okay. What I do sometimes, though I don't withdraw to cash straight up. I have someone who I give my crypto to for Naira, but this is what I do, okay. Since Tron is feeless, I withdraw my USDT in Tron USDT, okay? So once you want to withdraw, you just go to your withdrawal section of your Binance app and you see Tron, you see ERC20, you see TRC20, on TRC20. It's actually feeless. You don't pay a dime for transaction, for withdrawal, okay? Same thing with Algorand, and for the charges of 300 Naira, I don't think it's Binance that is taking that. I think it's Paystack. So it's you're moving from Binance, then there's a middleman which is InterSwitch or Paystack before it gets to your bank. You get the points now. So it's not Binance taking the 150. or 300 naira. So there's a middleman. The middleman is the person taking the money for that transactions to get to your bank. You get the point. So if you're moving BNB, if you're moving BNB to like Binance Coin, it's actually feeless. I don't know if you've tried that.
Yes, I've tried that.
It's feeless, right?
Yes.
Okay. Same thing for USDT. If you have USDT, fine. I will not advise you to withdraw Ethereum unless maybe you have enough money. You can pay for the gas fee. Fine, you can go with that. You know, we still have problems with Ethereum blockchain being not too cheap. You understand? Gas fee can go up at any time, and transactions low sometimes. Okay, that's why we have fast blockchains like Binance Chain. We have the Algorand blockchain. There are lots of them. Okay, the Tron. Those ones are fast. Okay, and feeless. So you should move over to a feeless blockchain, a feeless coin, and move them out if you don't want to spend money on maybe 150 on the from the bank, from the Binance to bank. Okay. So, but we have.
I guess.
All right. Hope I've been able to answer your question.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Please, if you have questions, please do well to unmute yourself and let me know what you want to know. I am able to, answer your questions. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. I've said something about bank transfer. I've said something about blockchain transfer. 30 minutes, it's even big for some blockchains. Some are even 5 minutes, 5 seconds, So today we'll be talking about, now we'll be talking about cryptocurrency wallets. So we've talked about Bitcoin. We've talked about money, first of all. We talked about fiat currencies. Okay, and where do you keep your fiat currency? You keep them in your bank account. You keep them in your wallet, your back pocket, your purse, your bag, and everything. So where do you keep your digital currencies? Where do you keep your cryptocurrencies? Someone has to mute his mic or her mic. Your
dog never chop.
Precious Ikerike, can you mute your mic?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
God bless you. So these are tools which can interact with the various blockchain. Okay, we have the software wallets, we have the web wallets. They work hand in hand with the websites. They are like on different websites. There are some on desktop like MetaMask. We have mobile wallets. We have blockchain wallets. They fall under the mobile block. The blockchain wallet falls under the mobile wallet. We also have trust wallets. We also have atomic wallets. They all fall under the mobile wallet. We also have hardwares. Okay, like this one here on the screen. I don't know if you can see my mouse. This is how it looks like a flash. You just input it to your computer and move your Bitcoin into it. Okay. All right. So you get the points now. So the next one is paper wallets. This has to do with, printing out your public and private key on the paper, in which you can, maybe your private key should be on the paper and the public key too, right? You can use it for transactions, for sending and receiving cryptocurrencies, okay? So each and every one of these wallets have the ability to send and receive cryptocurrencies. Paper wallets, hardware, mobile, desktop, website, web wallets, and software wallets. Okay, they are very, 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 very cool. So they are being distinguished into two categories. We have the hot wallets. We also have the cold wallets. Why is it called the hot wallet? Okay, it's called the hot wallet because it's always connected to the internet every now and then. Okay, you get the point. It's connected to the internet and you know, for day-to-day movement and all the rest. But these ones are cold wallet. They are not really connected to the internet. So most of them, I prefer if you have big funds like billions of naira, I mean billions of BTC, like some of my orgas that are here, they just move their billions into the hardware wallet or the paper wallet. But I think the paper wallet has its own disadvantage, but you have to be very careful with the paper wallet, okay? You have to safeguard it as if it's your life, because if anything happens to it, you miss your private key, it's gone. But the hardware wallet, example of the hardware wallet is Trezor wallet, hardware wallet, okay? It's just like Flash. You just connect it to your computer, move your Bitcoin or your cryptocurrencies into it, and unplug it and keep it in a very safe place, okay? So anytime you want to use it, you plug it back to your system and move your Bitcoin and sell, or you can buy, you know, that's it. So that's all about crypto wallets. That's where you keep your cryptocurrencies. You can save, you can buy, a lot of things you can do with the wallet, okay? So what's the blockchain use cases? Example, remittance. We have Bitcoin doing that for buying and selling. You know, we also have supply chain. How does the blockchain help in supply chain? Okay, it has to do with you know, checking out how things, goods and services are being moved from one place to the other. It has the time in which it was sent, what was sent, how it was sent, to whom, and who is receiving, okay? Because supply chain has to do with movement of goods and services, okay? From one place, one destination to other. So companies using the supply chain can actually use the blockchain technology for credibility, for transparency, for security, and you know, account keeping. You understand? Like the blockchain is a distributed ledger, a database too. Okay, you understand? So there's no downtime. It's secured and all the rest. The next one is healthcare. Healthcare has to do with how does the blockchain come into the healthcare. Let's say you have a sick person. No, let me use Nigeria because this is my country, first of all. I don't want to go far. Let me use Nigeria, for example. If you go to Nigeria and you try to get a file for someone who had HIV back then in 1978, I'm not sure you're going to see that folder today. Or if you want to ask for a folder from a building or a hospital that collapsed or that got burnt 3 years ago, the records of a particular patient, Mr. A, you're looking for it as a new doctor, you want to check the records of a past patient. I mean, record of the patient, yeah. Maybe doctors that have treated him or her, okay? You can't find them. You can't do anything, okay? You can't check what happened or how it was treated or this and that for maybe to help you diagnose or go on with the operation because there's no record, okay? And people can just decide to forge some medical, you know, medical stuff that, okay, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. But with the help of blockchain on healthcare, okay, records are going to be kept orderly, okay? You can always come to the blockchain and search for it. All you have to do is just put the person's name, Mr. A, search for it on the blockchain. You find the records, who treated Mr. A, the injections, the dosage, this, that, this, that. You get all the information. Whether the whole hospital gets a flame or get bonds or something, you understand? It's saved on the blockchain, so you can always go there and check it out, okay? A very perfect example of the blockchain. It also helps to know how records are being moved in the hospital for inventories. This has to do with maybe injections, drugs, things coming in and out of the hospital or the clinic. You understand? So it's good for record keeping. It's also good for a lot of records, information, and all the rest. So for charity too, it also has to do with monitoring how much was sent to, let's say you're sending money to Africa, you're sending money to the North, okay? Like the entails that just ended, the Feminist Coalition on Twitter, they sent them some Bitcoin, okay? With the help of that, we can also check how much or what they use the money to do, okay? What we have to do is just to check that they are private, the public address, okay? I'll search it and you check how much came in, how much went out, okay? All right, so you can also use this for charity. So if someone is transferring money for charity, moving from Mr. A to Mr. B, okay, you can track how much was sent, to whom it was sent, using that if you're applying blockchain to charity. The same thing for decentralized finance, okay? It's blockchain can be used for the financial system where you can borrow, lend money, because if you're using finance when it has to do with borrowing and lending money in Nigeria, especially your friend borrowing money, and you go to call the guy, how far, you never send me my money or this and that. At the end of the day, you go forget about the money based on your friend, or something might just come up, you understand? But with the help of blockchain technology, there must be a contract. There's a contract, okay? If you give me this and if you do this for me, you take what you want and I'll get what I want, okay? If I'm borrowing so amount from you, you have to put so amount here so that you get this. So if at the end of the day, there was a disagreement, okay, everything will go back to where it was before. But if at the end of the day, the transaction went through and went very fine, both of you will get settled, okay? So that's how it works. I won't go too deep into that. I have to cover a lot so I don't get you guys bored with so much information just in one class, okay? I would like you guys to assimilate one after the other to understand this process. Also used for decentralized applications which is not being controlled by their organ at the top. For example, Twitter, Facebook, they have restrictions, okay, to it. You don't have the ability to do this. You are blocked. You are bad. You're this. You're that. They have decentralized applications where you can, or decentralized social media where you have total control of whatsoever you're posting. No one gives a damn about what you do on such blockchain, okay? But in the centralized world, there's restrictions, or decentralized applications where the Oga Patapata or the person who designed the app or the person who is in charge of the app has the final say. But there are some apps in which you control what is happening with the app, okay? You know what to do. You have general control over the app and stuff like that. Also, the same thing, blockchain in gaming, okay? There are some people who play games and, some blockchain actually incentivizes you for playing games, not like the centralized system where you play games, sometimes you don't get rewarded, you just play for fun. But blockchain, sometimes there are some blockchains you play games and you get rewarded, and records of these games are being saved, okay? Databases of anything you're doing, any games you're playing is being stored, and it is very, very important, okay, for people going into gaming or companies going into gaming. Governance, this is very, very important for our next election. I don't know, while our governments, they know about this and they don't want to do it. A few countries have actually applied blockchain into their elections, okay? All right, because it is tamper-proof, it is secured. Whatsoever that has been entered into the blockchain cannot be tampered with. Cannot be tampered with. Like I said, nodes, I'm still bringing the word nodes. Nodes are special computers that have records all over the world. So imagine, let's say Buhari, let me use Buhari because Buhari is my guy. So if Buhari wants to rig the election or he wants to tamper with the vote of 2023, and we used a blockchain and he wants to tamper it, so he has to travel all over the world, look for the streets where these nodes are, these special computers, destroy all of them, burn them down to ashes all over the world, from this country to this country to this country to this country, or this region to this region, or this continent to this continent to this continent. And you can't find all of them. That's sad news. Okay, so that makes it very, very secured, very, very tamper-proof and immutable. Okay, so imagine you have an election on the blockchain. The records of each voter is being captured. Okay, they might have to do a KYC for them to, as you put your thumbprint, your face shows, or your information shows, it's being saved on the blockchain. Okay, let's say Nigerian blockchain. All our informations, our name, our children, our uncle, our auntie, all of them are being saved on the blockchain. So once you vote like this, your details are being captured, okay, and being saved like forever on the blockchain. So how can you come and remove whatever has been saved on the blockchain or vote? You can't clean it, you can't remove it, okay? So it's actually very, very secure. There's no downtime. There's no central person. It's not controlled by INEC. It's not controlled by, just get a blockchain and build a voting app on it. There was a blockchain built on Ethereum blockchain by one of my friends. I think they used it in Unichos. It's called Univote. So they used it for a departmental election and it was credible. You get the point now. So it's really, really good. I said something about identity management just now, capturing your details and saving them on the blockchain. It's very, very, very important. All you have to do is just to go to the blockchain, type for Barineka, and you get all my information being saved there. So if there's a hack, like on a centralized system or a centralized database, okay, all my information will go because the hacker might clean everything. That's for a centralized database. But in a decentralized database, my informations are being saved. So if there's a hack on this particular node or something happened to this node, the other nodes have my informations being saved all around the world. Okay, so it makes it very, very easy, safe, and secured. So it's tamper-proof. So Internet of Things, blockchain can be used for Internet of Things. It makes it very, very easy, and a lot of industries can actually move into the blockchain. So a lot of industries are actually into the blockchain, Mobile, Shell, a lot of them, Twitter, JP Morgan, Nigerian Custom, some big banks, a lot of them. So if you're thinking blockchain is still new, it's still new too, but it has gone far, like when we used to know about it. So we have blockchain use cases. I said something about remittance. Okay, remittance has to do with buying and selling, you know, and it's actually the largest flow of funds in developing countries, fastest growing industry. And for blockchain remittance, it's actually cheap, no intermediary, less intermediaries, and faster transactions. I talked about how fast it is and how the fees are very cheap for you to transfer. Okay, so payments using the blockchain is cheaper, and you just have to make transaction with Mr. A and Mr. B, and that's all, and it's very fast. So I think that's all. blockchain use cases in supply chain. I've explained all that. I'll just go again to that for you guys to understand. So see, it's sample-proof database, it's secure, transparent, less intermediaries, less fraud. You can be able to check whatsoever transaction is being done. You don't have to bring too many persons to start doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. All you have to do is just input the records on the blockchain, and that's all. You don't need plenty of people to start doing this, doing that, okay? And then it reduces costs, maybe cost of hiring more manpower to do all this, okay? So in supply chain, okay, supply chain, for those who didn't get the information, has to do with a network of people or businesses creating distribution or distributing products or services, okay? So that's what supply chain is all about, okay? So blockchain can be used, or is actually being used, okay? I think DHL actually uses this too. DHL is also a part of the supply chain too. And I said something about healthcare, said something about patient records, that was earlier, okay? Transparency, medical insurance, fraud, that's money coming in, or money, For me, I'll just tell you, blockchain fits into any sector of the economy that has to do with records. Records has to do with information, data, and all what you have. And it has to do with, blockchain comes into any sector that has to do with money. If you're counting money, if you're making use of money, if you're making use of data and records, boom, blockchain can be used there. Let's say in the church, pastor offering, or okay, let's not go into pastor's offering. Okay, let's say there are funds set aside for building this church. Okay, somebody might decide to eat some of the money, but with the blockchain, okay, you said you bought 1 trailer of cement. How much? Who did you send to? How much was sent? The time it was sent. So all this will be on the blockchain, okay? So I'll be able to go through it and say, okay, I gave you 2 billion naira. This was how you spent it. And okay. So where is this other money? Where is this other money? Because it's not on the database, okay? It's not on the blockchain. I can't see it from your transactions, okay? From the explorers whatsoever. So with that, you are able to track and, it builds transparency and trust, okay? Same thing with healthcare. Like I said earlier, it helps to, a great way to save patient records, and it builds transparencies and reduce frauds, okay? And the database is actually secured, not like the centralized database. So DeFi. It has to do with borrowing. I said something about borrowing and lending. And you see, okay, let me just explain this. Let's say you want to borrow money from a Nigerian bank. You have to do KYC, you have to tell them how much you own, you have to tell them this, you have to bring one bag of rice, palm oil, 2 fowls, a hen, and whatsoever. Just kidding, sha. Before you will be able to borrow money sometimes from the bank. You get the point. Then what does the blockchain help to do when it comes to borrowing money or lending money? Okay, let's say you're lending to the bank, or you're lending to a person, or you're borrowing money from a person, okay? How does the blockchain help to make this come to pass, okay? You don't need to do KYC. All you have to do is just lend your funds, or let's say lend your cryptocurrencies, and it's like a smart contract. Smart contract makes it possible for you to interact with that particular blockchain. Okay, there are codes that have been set aside for such actions. Okay, so in case at the end of the day this doesn't execute, or one party is not agreeing to the other party, it's going to go back to zero. But at the end of the day, if this works out very fine, the both parties are happy, boom, you get your money, you get your interest, and that's all. So I think that's all for DeFi, decentralized finance. Please, if you have questions, please let me know. I think we are almost done. Please let me know if you have questions. Do we still have people here? Oh my God. There's still a lot of them here. Thank you so much for still staying to this period. Please, if you have questions, please let me know. If you want me to touch something. All right. Okay, let me just run through this and we'll call it a day. All right. So what is Binance? A lot of us we know about what Binance is all about. It's actually one of the world leading blockchain and a cryptocurrency provider. Okay, so you can actually buy cryptocurrencies there. A lot of people actually use cryptocurrencies. You can buy with your Naira, dollar, whatever cryptocurrency you're using, and it's all over in different parts of the world, different countries, okay? And they have different services and different features that they have to offer, okay? So the next class I'll be having, we'll be talking about trading, okay, trading cryptocurrencies. We'll just walk you guys through trading, okay, and put you through on how to do that on Binance. And this class was sponsored by Binance to teach people about cryptocurrencies, to teach people about Bitcoin and the technology, okay? Bitcoin is just a currency, while the technology for Bitcoin to work is the blockchain technology. So these are points you need to go home with. I know I've been able to at least drop something into your knowledge or tell you something new that you don't know before. But if you have questions and you want to know more, I am still open. My DM is open. You can also drop in the chats below or unmute yourself and let me know. Okay? So the vision of Binance is to create freedom of money globally. Okay, so you can move funds in and out. You can own your funds. What? Okay, the next class for now, I'll let you know when the next class is going to hold. But for now, just have to go with this. Let's say next week, I'll think of to fix another class about how to trade on Binance for people, okay? All right, so Binance creates freedom, okay, for people. Their vision is to increase freedom of money globally, where you can move funds from one place to another, buy and sell, you know, this freedom of money, not someone having general control over your money. And Binance breaks such barriers, okay? So next slide. Okay, we have trading volume ranking from 0 to 1, 1 to 5 months. It's actually number 1 in the world, okay? Bitcoin is, Binance is still the number 1 in the world over time. Day 42, it was the 10th, number 5 in day 95. Day 156 is number 3, and the 165, it's number 1, based on the trading volume ranking from 5 months ago. So Binance is global. We have users from 180 countries in the world and region. That's huge, 180 countries plus in the world, and more are still coming. We have team members from 40 different countries and regions, and they have interfaces for 15 plus languages, okay? For Germany, French, and a lot of other, you know, for a lot of a lot of other languages, okay? All right. So thank you so much. Next slide, we were talking about the Binance ecosystem. There are a lot of stuff we'll talk about. I know most of you know about Trust Wallets. We use it for, I know many of you did for Sage, before Sage. Well, they use this decentralized application to interact with the blockchain, the Ethereum blockchain too. And also currently you can also interfere with the Binance chain using this decentralized application. So these are the products, and these are products of Binance and what they have to offer. They have the academy, they have the charity where they give out money to countries that are less privileged. Money is from trading, trading fees. They just pack it and send it out to reach out to some countries. They have their OTC, they have the P2P payment system. They have where you can, the futures, they have the spot trading. They have their own chain, smart chain. They have their own cryptocurrency. Okay, Binance is also a blockchain, and BNB is the cryptocurrency. Binance Coin is the cryptocurrency. Why the technology for this Binance Coin to work is called the Binance. Binance BNB is the coin. Okay, then Binance blockchain is the blockchain the technology that makes the BNB works very fine. Okay, so they also have a lot of good stuff. You can actually check them out, and they also have different currencies. We also have our naira here. We have dollar. We have a lot of cryptocurrencies. I mean, a lot of fiat currencies in which you can sell your cryptocurrencies to any of those currencies, or you can buy with those currencies to get cryptocurrency. Okay, I mean, yeah, fiat to crypto, or crypto to fiat. So it's cheap, very fast, easy to withdraw, super cool. So if you want to buy cryptocurrencies, you can buy from Binance. It's cheap, it is fast, and you don't have to go through one WhatsApp guy like that to get cryptocurrencies. You can just go to Binance, use your card or transfer and buy. Okay. So a lot of them. Binance fiats, you can transfer P2P, you can buy and sell local currencies in a minute. All you have to do is to set price, and a lot of them. So how to buy crypto, local currency, how to sell crypto and withdraw to the bank. That will be done in the next class on how to do that, on how to buy and sell local currencies. Okay, and I think that's all for today. I want to thank each and every one of you for staying to the end of this class. I really do appreciate. I really do appreciate you all for coming to the class today. I'm really amazed by the number of people who came in. It's good to have you guys. I'm really happy. So please, if you do have a question, please do well to reach out to me right now. I'm still open in the next 5 minutes to entertain your questions. All right? Or you have anything you want to say, please do well to let me know. Okay? All right? Oh, God. Okay. All right. So it's good to have you guys here. I'm happy. I can see the likes of Amek, Balogun, Mike, Gabriel, Wilson, Adiola. A lot of you turned out to come. Samson, Aliu, Bukuns.
Was like,
So,
what's Frank is friend.
Femi Yogurt too.
Femi Yogurt. I don't like that name. Are you selling yogurt? When I saw that name first, man, I had to, who is this Femi Yogurt again, Sha? This well, Sha. So we have Mutiu, we have Precious, aka Femi Yogurt. I see you, Bitcoin Eagle. These are men.
AKA me no get chin.
BTC will. BTC will also have Progress Bira. We also have Mutiu. We have our guy Amek Nation, the guy in charge of BTC in Nigeria. He has his own vote. Ogasa, I greet you, Sha. Dr. Seed, Aliyu, Samson. Okay, I'm still mentioning the same name, and Balogu Miles. Good to have you guys. Thanks for staying to this period. I beg, if you get my number, I beg, just buzz me after now. I beg, I send you. People don't have small airtime or something to make an use for an aside. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you for taking your time and gracing this occasion. I just hope you learned something from the class today. So, in the meantime, we can all.
In the meantime, do give away, please. Give away, please.
Come to my DM. Just drop your phone number and you receive it. Okay. The next. This is my phone number for those who don't have my number. You can chat me up and we'll talk more. What's my phone number again, sir?
Mike, call your phone number for them. His phone number is 08062 703966.
All right, please send me a DM on WhatsApp, and I have something for you. Bye for now. Peace out. I better get food for your house. Make I chop. I better cook food for house. I can't chop now. Yeah, I was saying something. I heard someone saying something.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Nice presentation, boss. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're
really
welcome,
appreciate
sir.
it. I just want to confirm, when next again?
It all depends on approval for the next class, okay? I might be very busy during the week, but I'll try to apply. Let's see how next week or upper week. But in the meantime, since you have my number, I will save your contact. So in case of anything, I'll just paste on my WhatsApp or I'll send it to you directly. And I still have the list of the emails from the sign up, so I can actually forward those messages across to you once it comes up. Or you can also check my Facebook, Barineka Divine. I think I always post events that I do on Facebook. But I think once you have my phone number, you should have all the information you need.
Okay. Thank you very much, boss. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Progress, for your words of encouragement, and Dr. Seed and Wisdom. Thank you so much. Got to go for now. Bye for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Barry.
Any question? Okay.
Barry, please. I really like the context of the slide. So I just want to see and go through it.
All right.
Can you send it to me?
Of course. Just come to my DM.
Okay, no problem.
Please just come to my DM. Everybody, just come to my DM. I'm available right now. But I beg, who get food for your house? I beg, I like on chop. Money don't pass. Fuck. All right, bye for now. See you guys later. Boom.